And welcome back to the
Woohoo!
128 KD podcast. We are back once again.
Due to lack of popular demand.
Yes, and that demand is so lacking that we'll never make another video in my lounge again.
I enjoyed that. For those of you that didn't see, the past couple of videos that have been out, I went and visited AJ. Not for any reason of work. It's because we're in the middle of a UK crisis right now of like Egypt level heat.
Yeah.
I've been to Egypt and I think I preferred that heat than this one.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hotter here than it was in Dubai as well.
Yeah, there's no aircon here. Our houses are built for cold and storing heat, so it is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
So AJ said, "I've got a fan you can have," and I was like, "I'm not joking. I am driving to your house like 100 miles away to collect said fan, and then coming back." So we thought, well, whilst I was there, we might as well film a couple videos. So go check them out if you want to see AJ's lounge.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was nice. It was nice to have you over as well. But,
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it is ridiculously hot. If you can hear fans and stuff, it's because we're desperately trying to stay alive whilst keeping the podcast going.
Yes.
And the reason I say we'll never do another video on my lounge again is because it actually led to the comment of the week, which is my new favourite section of the show. So I'm going to put right at the start for this one because Joe K4475 said, "Didn't realise these lads were a couple." So
And the last time we got that comment from someone, it'd be funny if it was the same one, was right after we did the Nintendo trip and you stayed at mine because I'm like closer to London than AJ is. So he stayed at mine and we did some videos in my set here and people were like, "Oh, didn't realize you lived together," because I made the joke that you hadn't woken up yet or something that morning.
you had pre-ordered something whilst I was sleeping.
That
the controller,
was it.
I think it was.
Yes, that was it. Yeah. It was the Switch 2 Pro controller. That was right. And people were like, "Oh, I didn't know you lived together." It's like, we don't.
We do.
But what
We're going to keep that rumour going.
What I do like, though, in those videos, whilst that comment was hilarious, loads of other people that were clearly long-time followers and subscribers were saying, "It's really nice to see you guys back together in the same shot."
Yeah.
It's like the old times, because back in the day, we were always filming together, because I used to drive down to AJ's studio and we'd film a load of videos there.
Yeah, it was like the old times, anyway.
It was, yeah.
Apart from, us getting married, how's your week in gaming been?
But living separately.
Yes.
Yeah. Week in gaming, no one will believe it. It's becoming a little bit more frequent, I suppose. I completed a game. And this time, I completed it. It wasn't my wife that completed it. I completed this one. Yeah.
Did you complete Control?
I did, on the PS5 Pro. So now that's justified me having a really expensive console because I've completed one game on it.
Well done.
In like the week that I've had it, which I'm really happy about. I only started Control because it said PS5 Pro Enhanced. And I was like, I haven't actually played Control. I'm waiting for the new one. So I was like, I should probably play the old one. It's part of PlayStation Plus subscription. So I was like, screw it, I'll just play it. I thought I'd play it for about an hour, but I love Remedy games. And once I found out it's basically a Metroidvania, I just got hooked. And I just played it every single night until I just completed it. I was like, whoa, like, okay, I wasn't expecting that, but I did.
Amazing. I can't believe you've actually completed a game.
I'm actually almost completing 007 as well, which is what I went on to directly after completing Control.
I've got to change the bingo card or something. 'Cause you've changed. That's why we got a divorce.
But that's why it's so hot. I can't do anything. Like I'm just sat around. So in the early afternoon, evening, I'm just going to sit here and play a game and make it even hotter with a computer blaring out heat. Oh, and actually, I do want to talk about this in a minute, but it doesn't have to be right now. About what I've done to my wife's PC on the TV.
Oh,
because it goes quite nicely into the first. Well, actually, it's not the first topic. It'll be the second topic, I suppose. Later on.
I've got a suspicion I know what you've done there.
Yes, yeah. So I'll let you bring that up when we should talk about it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll start off with the big one for us in the handheld space is the MSI Claw 8 EX AI Plus reviews.
Yes.
Kind of shadow dropped from the American creators.
Yes.
Which allowed us to see real-world G3E experiences and performance. That's the really exciting part of that.
Absolutely.
but also to see what some creators and some journalists are saying from being like properly hands-on in their own environments, a lot of time with it, rather than that kind of rushed experience you get at like Computex or Gamescom and stuff. We know from last year at Gamescom, it's like it's really hard to film loads of stuff, gather your thoughts, kind of remember everything.
And you can't really test stuff because like units have been set up incorrectly. All the like settings are so different. Like it's just so difficult. You've got no time to like sort of think about it. But obviously all of these creators, not that I am jealous, have had a couple of weeks with hands-on with these devices so that they've been able to make some like really in-depth analysis.
I was so jealous when I saw the videos dropping that we reached out to MSI, and we will be getting a unit today.
Woohoo!
Actually, as this video goes out. The only one that's in the UK. They've kind of begrudgingly let us borrow it for a couple of days.
Yes.
So expect some hands-on videos next week from us.
Yeah.
Giving our first impressions, some real-world experiences with it, kind of what games actually run like on this device. And like it's been great to see some of the real nerdy deep dives that some people have done, but it gets to a point where, like, when I watch people like the Forks and stuff and go, I love that he's gone to so much effort, but God, who is it for? It's like it gets very in the weeds, doesn't it?
It's excellent like data.
Yeah.
But it's a hard watch, like an hour and a half of just graphs, like comparing. But it's really good information. It gives us a great idea of where the G3 sits and what it's capable of. But it's like a lecture, But like again, no disrespect at all. Like there's amazing content. But
yeah, amazing content. But I did feel like I'm back at college.
Yes.
So it'd be nice to be hands-on to see just that more kind of the realism, the kind of like, what is this actually really like to use?
Actually in use, rather than just looking at charts and graphs and stuff. Like real world.
But let's just say it seems like the G3E is holding up to all the hype. It's real.
Because we kept obviously like praising it and being like, yes, the first APU designed for like handheld gaming, really, like in the PC space, right? And we were really excited, and all those charts from Intel being like 40% faster, this and that and this, and then there's always the little asterisk that says with 2 times upscaling on, and you're like, oh man, can't you just give us like raster performance? Because then we know what it will be like with upscaling and frame gen on top. I don't want to know with all your fakery on the top. I want to know like what is the pure raw performance against something like a Z2 Extreme, Because at the end of the day, it's got XeSS3. So it's got like actual machine learn upscaling, which is obviously what the previous Intel based Claw had. But like the AMD side doesn't have that. So you're relying on software-based upscaling. So there's just no comparison. So if you're like, this has 2 times upscaling versus like Z2 Extreme, that's great. It might like obliterate it with upscaling if the game has XeSS. But then like raster, it could have been the same. But luckily, we've now seen that is just not the case. People like the Forks and his crazy in-depth documentary that he's done show raster, like raw performance, just straight up, no upscaling, no frame gen, nothing. It demolishes everything else.
I'm glad you brought up the raw performance thing, because it's going to be really important, because XeSS3 in particular, is going to be incredible for lower powered devices like this. But the uptake from developers is still really slow, because it's not as popular as FSR or DLSS. So whilst we wait for like the development world to catch up with this technology and actually start implementing it as well, we need the raw performance. They may not even do it. It may not even be that widely adopted. Is a caveat as well, isn't it? It's like it's possible that it's not going to be as widely adopted as FSR4 is.
Yes, there is more and more. I looked on Intel's website, and there's something like over 150 games that support XeSS, and the more newer games there's more of, if that makes sense. So the more recently they've released, the more likelihood there's a chance that they'll actually support it, which again is like a cherry on top. For me, the more important bit is that raw performance, like you said, and then if it does support XeSS, well then that's the icing on the cake right there, which is wicked. Just to like rehash some of the data that I remembered from the Forks' videos there at like 10 watts, which like who's playing at 10 watts, right? Unless you're playing an indie game.
When he said at 10 watts, and that was to the bit that I got to, and I was like, and he was saying 10 watts is the sweet spot for handhelds. And I'm like, who's playing? I've never played it 10 watts. 10 watts is like,
you have if you played a Switch too.
Well, that's true, actually. Yeah. Didn't even consider that. But like the PC handhelds, they're never down at 10 watts. Like, no. What are you on a desert island or something? Like,
if you're playing Silk Song, then
maybe.
Fine. Yeah. And that's the thing, isn't it? Like realistically, you're probably near some kind of power, whether that's a power bank or an outlet that will let you play higher than. Yeah. But where he was going with that is that it's a sweet spot in terms of like if it can be really performant at that lower wattage, then like just slightly more, maybe like 15 watts or something, you're going to get really playable experiences. Whereas a lot of the time on Z2 Extreme, you're having to crank the thing to like 20 watts or just plug it in. And the thing with the Z2 Extreme is from 20 watts to 35 watts, there's basically no change in performance. Like all the performance is at the lower end. And then once you hit like 20 watts, it's basically like diminishing returns. You just hit a wall. And that is not the case with the G3 Extreme. Like at 10 watts, whilst a lot of the charts he was showing is not playable, they were like hitting 25 FPS games. But compared to other games, they were like miles lower. So it was like almost 30 FPS on the G3 Extreme. So at 10 watts, it like demolished everything else. At like 15 to 20 watts, again, it was pretty much ahead at all times. But the thing that really, really excited me was at 35 watts, which is the maximum the G3 Extreme could do on battery before you plug it in and then you can push it higher to 45 watts. At 35 watts, it's comparable performance to an AMD 395 Plus. You know, the AI Max 395 Plus, which is the Strix Halo king of like performance, which obviously at lower than like 30 watts, it doesn't do well. The G3 like demolishes it. But at 35 watts, which is where probably a lot of Strix Halo users are at if they're on a battery. Yeah. They're probably at that 35 watt sort of mark. You're getting the same performance here, raw performance from a G3 Extreme. Like it just keeps going. The more power you push through it, it just keeps giving more performance. It's not like a Z2 Extreme where you hit 20 watts and then it just flatlines. Like this thing, the more power you push through, the better performance goes. And these guys are using like developer models with like beta drivers. You know, they're not even like mature drivers yet. So like I'm excited, as you can probably tell.
Stuff like the 1% lows were really consistently high as well, as in like it was.
There was a weird anomaly I noticed. If you watched through, like it was game dependent. Some games hit a wall on 1% lows, and they stayed there. So whilst the like average frame rate just went higher and higher and higher,
it's hit a limiter of some kind.
And I mean, the Forks did say it could be a V-Sync cap that was forced on maybe at a driver level or something that he hadn't noticed until he'd done like the test. But it wasn't on every game, because I was thinking, we've got a serious problem here. If 1% lows are like 30 FPS but the average is 120, that's going to be crap. Like you know, that's bad. But it was only on certain titles, and other titles like that, those 1% lows, like you were saying, was really high. So I think that will just get fixed with drivers or whatever.
Like a driver level issue, doesn't it? You were saying earlier about the super low wattage performance is actually really exciting. Actually being able to play at 10 watts and get very good performance. Things like the Lego Batman game running at 10 watts.
It was 15 watts, I think.
15.
What did he run it at? It was 10 to 15 watts, somewhere.
I'm sure it
was
10 watts with frame gen on.
He put 4 times frame gen, XeSS, I think on quality as well. It wasn't even on like performance. Yeah, and he was like 120 FPS with no perceivable latency on inputs.
And that's a really interesting bit, because I mean, we've been big like flag wavers for we hate frame gen, and I think most people that are in gaming who can perceive those problems, because not everyone can notice, and that's cool if you can't, because you'll get away with it, like, and it's brilliant. But most people are like, oh, it makes it feel slow, sluggish, and what you're actually experiencing is that base frame rate being really low.
Absolutely, that's the issue there.
So yeah, your inputs will feel massively delayed. You'll get that latency. He was saying just no perceivable input lag at all from inputs when using 4 times frame gen. If that's for real, then Intel have like cracked the code here.
Yeah, and that is again worst case scenario. He was running the thing with like as little power as possible. If you were giving it reasonable power, like 17 watts, 20 watts, and then maybe not even doing 4 times frame gen, but like 2 times, or just not even using frame gen and just using upscaling, but not at like ultra quality or whatever, like putting it to balance the performance. It looks like this is actually going to be the first time where I would be accepted. Like having acceptable experience to use frame gen, because frame gen's an instant no. I'll do it on will it run videos because people want to know, but I think it's disgusting. Like, because unless you're playing a point and click game where it doesn't matter the latency, you can't play shooters using frame gen.
No
like
way.
There's just no way, because it's you're playing at that native, like the base rate of frame rate, right? Whereas this, maybe because it's machine learned, they've done some magic juju on the driver level or whatever. I don't know. I can't wait to experience it because I want to be wrong. I want the same experience that I had with streaming, where I spent from the start of streaming up until maybe last year hating it. And then now it's at a point where I'm like, you know what? I actually could play like this. I want that, but from frame gen. And I'm fingers crossed that this is that for me.
Well, the exciting thing with it is that it changes your opinion, which is always great because it opens up new things. But B, things like streaming, I'm glad you brought that up because I hold them in the same place in my head. Streaming, frame gen, even upscaling to a certain degree.
Yeah.
These things are designed to allow more in-depth, higher quality games to run on older hardware.
Yes.
Or as this new hardware that we're looking at now gets older, we'll be able to hold on to it for longer.
Yes.
And if those things become tangibly useful, like streaming has become now, if you've got a decent internet connection, streaming is actually playable now. FrameGen joins that party, then our investments in this, what is really expensive shit, becomes a bit more worthy because you go, you'll be able to use this for 5 years, no problems.
Absolutely. And that's why I'm so excited by the raw performance.
Yeah.
Because if it can just raw dog its way through and get insane like FPS anyway, as you just said there, with the addition of upscaling and frame gen on XeSS3, that's going to just keep the lifespan going for ages. Like, again, if you can run Lego Batman at like 120 FPS at like 10 watts and feel no input latency, like right now, that's just a brand new released game. Oh, and he had it on ultra, by the way. Ultra settings PC. It wasn't all low. That was ultra settings. Everything in the game maxed out at 1080p, right? Like, this is where we're at right now. Like, that's why I'm like crazy hyped to get my hands on the MSI today, because we're not having to run the lowest of the low graphics settings anymore and use frame gen and upscaling to even try and hit an acceptable point of being able to play a game. This looks like you wouldn't even need frame gen or upscaling. You just pump a little bit more power through it, maybe 25 watts, and you'll be able to play native at like high settings on a game. Native. Do you know what I mean? Like, that is nuts. And then in 2 or 3 years when it starts struggling, you go, oh, well, I'll just throw some frame gen on there because I can't perceive any latency.
I just want to because it's hard to appreciate when you're in it all the time, and you guys that watch these videos all the time, you've got your own devices and stuff, and day by day you don't really appreciate this. But if you just take a step back and go, you're going to play the latest AAA games with really good settings. It's going to look and perform really well on a handheld. If you told me that, not just when I was a kid, but if you told me that 5 years ago, I wouldn't believe you. That's how mad this development curve has been.
Absolutely. Even when Steam Deck and ROG Ally came out, if you told me then, I wouldn't even believe you then. Because even then there was compromises. Whilst it was powerful at the time, like, we were still running stuff low, like, and having to use much lower resolutions. This looks like it's going to be able to actually play at the native resolution. So like 1080p, 1200p at like high graphic settings and have good FPS.
What a wicked time for gaming.
That's why I love handheld gaming, because it's the quickest like growth. Do you know what I mean? Like, we hit a wall with consoles and PCs 10 years ago, I would say. You know, where like graphical fidelity ain't changed really. You look at PS4, it's pretty similar to now. Like it ain't that far off, really.
Yeah.
Like whereas you look at handheld gaming and you're going from literally like a little 8-bit character blooping around to like running full-blown releases, brand new titles, like at like console settings on a handheld on a battery. Like that's what blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. But again, we are older, so.
Yeah, I mean,
showing the age now.
I shout at clouds, so
Get off my lawn.
We'll share loads more. Obviously, once we've got hands on, we're going to do like I guess like a first impressions, kind of like a wow or this surprised me kind of thing, but also then like some bullet runs. There's going to be loads more content about this coming up, and I want to save some of that for when we've actually got hands on.
Absolutely, yeah.
We're just reacting to other people's reactions still.
But it's hyping me up. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I'm seeing these and going, oh, their claims are just marketing bollocks. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, wow, it looks like they were actually right. And until we start getting hands-on, which I can't wait to, we don't know. So stay tuned if you want to have our opinions on it.
Yeah, they're definitely not glazing to the levels that we've seen over with the Steam Machine launch.
Or even NVIDIA, where it's like 4090 performance on like a 5070 or whatever. It's like, yeah, really? Like, yeah, if you chuck on 4 times frame gen and you're running it internally at like 10 FPS, like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the Steam Machine, of course.
The Steam Machine, I want to get onto that because we did our reaction to the price day before yesterday, I think it was. Yeah. And for the most part, most people are like in agreement. Like it's bad taste. It's disgusting. It's unjustifiable for most people. I've seen a lot of content as well where people are glazing this.
It seems like everyone's been glazing about it a bit. Like anyone that's kind of actually had hands on with it kind of feels like they either pre-made their content and then were told the price right at the end, and then like the intros and outros were edited to suit that.
Yes.
Or they are either got sat on a nice wedge of boat money.
They're yacht funders.
Or, you know, they just don't want to upset Big Daddy Valve, you know? Like, everyone's kind of dancing around this a little bit too politely, in my opinion.
I totally agree with you. They're dancing around it too politely. For a hardware manufacturer that releases one device every, like, 4 years, I don't know why you would be so forgiving of it. Like, what are you risking by just being honest? Because by being dishonest, everyone can see through it. And I'm talking about, like, big creators that I truly value their opinion on and off.
Yeah.
Digital Foundry, Linus, even Bob Wolf put a short out, and he was kind of glazing it a little bit, forgiving it because he's going to pre-order it. His line was, "This isn't a console. Stop comparing it to one. This is a PC for your lounge."
Exactly. So build a PC for your lounge at the same cost for like 3 times the performance.
And if you level that argument, anyone, all they seem to come back with is, but the form factor and Steam OS. And you go, I am not paying over the odds for something that has a form factor. I mean,
you can build like a tiny PC yourself,
an ITX case,
and install Steam OS on it.
Exactly. But the glazing from the initial reviews, I'd say Rich's Digital Foundry one that surprised me the most.
Yeah,
because he was giving the data and it was showing that it was, for the most part, lagging behind base PS5, and he was making that comparison himself.
Yeah.
So clearly it is a console if we're comparing it to a console.
Yeah.
And but at the same time was constantly discounting it. Linus, there's a great clip going around if you're on X or wherever else, TikTok, whatever. Great clip from that video going around where he's showing Forza Horizon 6 on the Steam Machine. And it's running like absolute garbage. It must be like 10 FPS behind him. Like literally you can see the frames. It's bad.
Amazing.
And he's like, well, it's not the latest AAA games, it's not great for that. But older AAA games and some indies, it's like, we've been saying that about the Steam Deck when it was like £400.
Yeah.
And like, but it's got an OLED screen. You can play indie games on it. It's an emulator. We're now talking about $1,000 console
that's just launched.
That's launching today. That's got the same performance as a £500 console that launched 6 years ago.
Yeah. I don't get it. Like to me, you have to compare it to the console because it is literally a push for the TV space.
Yes.
Like this is designed to be on your telly. So like you got to compare it against consoles because that's the other alternative.
Yep.
Like you can't compare it to a 5090 PC. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not the same thing. If it's under this is the issue. The fact that it's underperformant, like the performance of a base PS5, a 6-year-old PS5, like what? Like this is even worse than Nintendo. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and if we were, because I just remember the criticisms that we always got about supporting like the Switch, even towards the end of its life.
Yeah.
Like, if we were to, and we did accept those criticisms because you couldn't not, like, it's really old hardware and they're still asking premium prices for it. Well, I feel like it's the same people defending the Steam machine now.
Yeah, right.
Is it because it's Valve and everyone loves Valve? Is it just that?
Yeah, it's got to be.
Do you really want to pay that much for a cube? I mean...
I get... The argument some people have is, okay, the Steam machine has CEC. Wicked. Like, that's great. Like, and I love that, and I wish PCs had that, honestly. Because I have had a desktop or multiple desktops in my living room for a long time now, like 15, 20 years, So I'd love to be able to wake up my PC with a controller and just go beep like a console and have it load up and be there. We can't do that on PC, not without any ease. Mm-hmm. Steam Machine has that. They've built their own thing, which it does that. That's cool. Is it worth $1,000 for that? No. Like it's just
such a minor quality of life thing.
I know. And the size of it, okay, it's almost the size of a GameCube. But look at the PlayStation and the Xbox. They're 2 to 3 times the size of that. So people have no issue having a slightly bigger system in their lounge because otherwise everyone would rebel against them, surely. So you could build something the size of a PS5 Pro that would be upgradable, better cooling, way better performance, and arguably maybe not around the same price point, but secondhand, absolutely you could. If you made some janky builds, you could.
I implore everyone who has that question mark in their head to go and watch Moore's Law's Dead video from a couple of days ago, where his kind of premise is the Steam Machine is their PS3 moment, where Sony launched the PS3 and tried to charge a fortune for it.
Yes.
Eventually it worked out all right for Sony, as everything seems to do, but this is their moment of greed. In that video, he goes on to prove the point, because just as a consumer, buying consumer components, and everyone's got to remember that, no one is saying this enough, Valve should be able to buy at a wholesale price because they're buying in such units.
Yeah, they'll be buying multiple. Like
individuals are buying at a consumer price, a retail price.
The highest point.
Which is the highest point. So even at that, and he goes through Micro Center, I think it is, and builds his own 9060 XT build for the same price with a controller. It'd be easily double the performance.
Oh, at least the 9060 XT is insane, which has FSR 4, like hardware upscaling FSR 4.
Yeah. So it's possible, is the point that he's making. It's possible for a consumer to build for the same budget and have much more performance, which performance also means longevity. And because, of course, it's an AMD card, you can then, of course, install SteamOS yourself on it and have a SteamOS experience. And minus CEC. Oh.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And it's upgradable. Some part goes, or you want to make it more performant, like you can change the graphics card, you can change the CPU, you can add more RAM.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And what we'll talk about in a bit with Valve having FSR 4 now means that you would still be able to utilize the 9060s XT actual FSR 4 despite not being on Windows. So you're sorted. Like, that is literally the point to go with. Like we said in the video a couple of days ago, we did a whole rant about this, and most people agreed with us. basically just saying like it's not worth it. Like they should have probably just not released this and just focused on SteamOS for people to build their own. And I get it, like the prices of everything is insane. Like all these handhelds are just ridiculous. The Steam machine's ridiculous, but it is in the realm of console, and you can literally buy a PS5 Pro, which is way more performant than this thing, for way less, with a controller with 2 terabytes of storage. You know, like in America, I think a PS5 Pro is 900. 2 terabytes with a controller, 2 terabyte Steam machines, like 1500.
1500.
Or 14 something.
The other argument I hear people making when they're trying to defend this is you have to pay to play multiplayer on console and you don't on Steam. And the games. We discussed the games at length, and you do tend to have cheaper over your life on Steam.
Yeah.
But it's not the gap that it used to be.
No.
And have to pay to play online. Well, that's great, but if you do want to play online on Steam, good luck. Because anything that's competitive, you won't be able to play on there anyway.
Well, unless you're running it at like 540p, and then you'll be all right.
Or the anti-cheat problems as well.
Oh, true. Yeah, right. Yeah.
So as soon as the multiplayer argument comes up, I'm like, well... Don't say that out loud.
There is a lot of games that don't require anti-cheat, but any of the big stuff, like Call of Duty, Battlefield, all that kind of stuff, you're absolutely screwed. Yes.
Yeah.
You're absolutely screwed. But again, I don't know why you wouldn't either dual boot a PC or just stick SteamOS on it yourself. Yeah. Or just buy a freaking PS5 Pro. Like the thing that would put me off this is the fact that they market it as 4K 60 and the thing's a 1080p 30 machine.
Yeah.
You know, and the other thing that until they roll it out where it can detect, oh, look, you're playing this on a Steam machine, here's the Steam machine preset, which will devs actually implement that if it doesn't sell? Probably not. So you're going to have to load up. Okay, it's got CEC, wicked. So you can turn it on. But then you're going to have to go into the game and actively make sure everything is just on lowest everything.
100%.
just take it all off. Do you know what I mean? Like, turn everything off. And then you're playing that at like 1080p. It's going to look like a potato. Like, I've played many handhelds on a TV, just low of low, you know, and played it on a big screen. And it looks absolutely terrible. Like, I'd rather play it on the handheld itself on a tiny screen where it looks beautiful at those same settings, because it's not stretched out and everything, you know. Like, I wouldn't want to play that. Like, I'd be looking at a PS5 Pro going, wish I bought that, even though I'd have to buy games again.
I'd even argue like the base consoles.
If
you're going to compromise on performance.
right.
Xbox Series X, just get a Game Pass machine. Series S, I mean, there's some stuff that's out there now that looks like incredible value in the market.
Oh yeah, there is incredible value. And the thing as well is, if you've already got a system, like Steam built the Steam Link years ago. I've still got one somewhere where you could just plug that into your TV with a controller and just stream it off a LAN network from your other system. So you just run it, like I could be up here with my PC there, or I know I've got PCs in the living room, but let's just pretend I didn't. I could run the game here and play it on my PC downstairs, my TV downstairs at like brilliant graphics and stuff. So the argument of like, oh, well, if you've already got a PC somewhere else, the Steam machine's like a complimentary. Well, not really. Are you paying £1,000 why not just stream? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Stream it off your PC to the TV. Like, and you could do that with any like crap laptop, anything. Yep. Like literally any device that can connect to the internet, you could stream it through. Like, I don't know, it upsets me. And I don't want to be angry at Valve as much because I wanted this to succeed. If this was 500, this would be great. I'd have a very different opinion on it. But the price is just absolutely ridiculous.
It's made me angry, and the more defensive I see about it, the more annoyed I get, because I've not been convinced of any other justification beyond greed yet. Yeah, right. I'm just going to put it out there that it's profit margins that's the problem here, and it's their prerogative if they want to make a profit. But I can't, as someone who like our role is like helping consumers make choices basically about gaming tech. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I can't in good conscience tell anyone that this is a good idea. No, and that's the thing. If they'd sent us one, we'd probably not have a relationship with Valve again afterwards. Yeah. Because we would have been honest.
you know, and said, you know what, like, just don't buy this. Like,
Yeah, it's great and everything, but like, don't.
But for the price, like for the price point, it's like, again, like seeing that clip of Linus is where I feel like they pre-filmed the video and being like all hyped, and then it showed that snippet where they read the prices out, and then you could see Linus' face just drop, like be like, oh crap. Do you know what I mean? Like that's where I feel like maybe people
I had
didn't
to
know.
go and look because I was morbidly curious. There's a show. I think it was a podcast we did 6 months ago.
Yes. Yeah.
I found the clip of it, and we're like rediscussing the price.
Yep.
And there's a moment I say it could be as bad as £900, and you went, "Yeah, I think it will actually be between 750 and 1,000." 6 months ago, we're having this conversation.
Yep.
And when I watched that clip, I remember the words coming up. I remember how I felt, and I said it could be £900. It really sank with me. I was like, it can't be that high.
Yeah, I remember the conversation. Yeah,
it's so ridiculously far away from what's reasonable.
Yes,
it can't be that high. There's no way. So I said it like knowing the facts, but also just didn't believe it. Like could be real. So to see that actually we were like within like 20 quid.
I know. Yeah, it's
for
bad,
the base without a controller for a 512 configuration.
12, yeah. And the thing that gets me, this is like the flip reverse of the G3 Extreme, where they're saying 4K 60, which you just won't get unless you're heavily relying on upscaling. Like, so this is the opposite. Like, it can't raw power through. Obviously, that takes a lot of effort. Whereas, like, the G3 Extreme is like the opposite. You can raw dog it, but if you want to throw some upscaling and frame gen on it, like, now you're going to get longevity. There's no longevity here because you're relying heavily on upscaling and tweaking settings to all low just to even play the game at like a reasonable
FPS. Buying something for over $1,000 that is already obsolete.
Obsolete, yeah, exactly.
That's only just launched.
Yeah, nah.
That's really prickly behaviour by the company that's launched it.
Yeah,
in my mind.
But that's why they should have just sank it. You know, they should have just gone. You know what? The pricing is too bad right now. We're just going to pull the plug.
Yeah, otherwise
it's
the fallacy of sunk cost, isn't it? We're just chasing what we've already spent.
Yeah.
I mean, you can obviously just install SteamOS yourself.
Yeah.
Any AMD GPU PC, just install it yourself. So if it's the SteamOS experience you're after, which is amazing, just build your own Frankenstein from bits you've got kicking around. Buy a second hand, get a pre-built.
Yeah.
There's so many options that will have better future proofing and value than what. And it may not look like it's got a walnut panel. I'm sorry. When I saw that, then it's like, oh, if you get the more expensive config, you get the walnut panel for free.
Cool.
Have they turned into Apple all of a sudden?
Yeah, right.
What's going on here?
Yeah, nah.
You've gone from like they were like the value kings. Like the Steam store with its constant sales and like bundles.
The Steam machine. The Steam Deck, sorry.
Steam Deck being like the best value handheld. It's like incredible. They've gone from that literally hard about turn overnight. Let's fund a yacht.
Yeah, right.
We're going to sell you panels. And as you can tell, it's annoyed me.
Yeah.
I mean, my soapbox a bit about it.
But this leads nicely on to like me that's been put up with PCs in the lounge, and you always have to have a keyboard and mouse on the side, or you get lazy like me and you just use a mouse and then you use the accessibility options to show on screen keyboard and then you know input it that way. And then you're into Windows. Then you've got to use your mouse to like check for updates or whatever, or load Steam or Xbox or whatever. And then you can connect your controller, and then you're all right, providing the controller's like actually connected properly and not spazzing out, right? But I was like, my wife went to somewhere, and I was like, you know what? I want to play Bond, the 007, which is on PC. We've got the Steam key, right? I was like, oh, I just can't be bothered with the PC right now because I've been loving the PS5 Pro. But like, it's so easy. You just turn it on. There it is, done. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get that GitHub one-click installer of Xbox mode, and I'm just going to force it on the computer. And it is the best thing. I wish I'd done this months
Oh, wow.
ago, because now I feel like it's the Xbox Helix.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
my wife's got like a pretty decent PC. It's not as good as mine, but she's got a 5070 in it. Like a decent AMD CPU, 32 gig of RAM, whatever. So it's a decent system. And now I can literally turn the computer on. I still have to press it. There's no CEC. CEC. If you want that, you got to pay $1,000 for a Steam machine, right? But I can turn this on, sit down with the controller, no mouse or keyboard, and literally just input it, and then it's straight into handheld land with Xbox mode. And I can add all my update areas there. On game bar, there's now the cursor mode, so I can click on that if I meet a bit of like a window that doesn't have controller input. I can then move the cursor around, click on it, so I can do everything on the PC now with just the controller. And it is so much better. Literally turning the computer on, load straight into Xbox mode, hit 007, bam, I'm just in the game. Like, it is. I actually last night did it to mine. So I was like, right, I'm going to put...
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to force it on mine as well now, because it annoys me. I'm going to search for the mouse and then do that, because it's in the living room. I just want to pick my controller up, which is plugged into the
And this is
PC.
going to sound like a really naive question, because we've just kind of slept under a rock on this one. Does it just look like Xbox mode on the handhelds?
It's exactly
just
that.
identical that?
It's exactly the same thing. It's no different. It's literally that. You press and hold the Xbox button on your controller to bring up the carousel. Press Xbox button to bring up game bar. And it's just that. Like, it's,
and return to desktop and all that?
Same thing, yeah. So you can press and hold to bring the
okay.
carousel up, and then go like Windows
Underneath,
mode. So if my wife does want to do like karaoke or whatever on the PC, I get the keyboard and mouse, just press the Windows key so that it brings up the carousel, and then I hit desktop, and then now I'm just back to desktop mode. Like, it's
amazing.
It's so good for gaming.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work that they need to do on it.
But it is a lot better.
Yeah,
like,
it's
it really
getting closer, isn't it? It's getting closer to being what we want it to be, which is a console experience, just not for the Steam machine price, please.
Yeah, right.
Valve have brought FSR 4 or 4.1 to RDNA 3.5.
I know, yeah.
They've done AMD's job for them.
They did AMD's job for them. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. Like,
it's a weird one, isn't it? Because we're waiting for it, and then it seems like almost in reaction, like Jack Hume's putting out like posts saying, "Oh, we're pleased to announce that this is happening."
yeah, he saw the articles about the leaker finding it in Steam and went, "Uh-oh, like there's part of the Proton now. We should probably just say we're going to bring it."
It's there. We
kept
did
saying
it
before, like, no, kind of. We didn't say we weren't going to do it. We didn't say we were going to do it because this, that, and the other. And now all of a sudden it's like, okay, yeah, we'll be bringing it.
Yeah. For RDNA 3 APU players, we're developing lightweight machine learning models to bring FSR 4.1 to even more devices. That's Jack Hume's quote on it.
Yeah.
The one thing I will say is they do seem to listen to players, AMD this is, but it takes outrage for that to happen every time.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Because this whole FSR 4.1 thing has been just a continuing series of that.
It has been a bit of a disaster, I think.
Yeah, it's a PR disaster. For certain.
Yeah. It's been very confusing. They're like, oh, yeah, we're bringing it backwards compatible, but not to this device, that device, this device, this device.
Yeah, only
like,
to
what?
certain desktop
Yeah.
GPUs.
It's like, okay.
Right, okay, but those people have just bought that graphic. They've literally just bought it.
Right.
Now you're... so when they did that announcement and that was like a concession that they made to the outrage.
Yes.
There was no word about APUs at all, and we didn't even cover it because there was just nothing. And then you hear from inside AMD, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, there's no immediate plans. We're not discounting it, but there's no immediate plans here." But it seems like they've just about turned. Do you think it's because of the leak?
Yes. Yeah, I think so. Because like Valve have put this in, like they're like, yeah, it's done now. So it's they've kind of gone, oh no, like we've got to now say we are working on it. Is what I feel like. It might not be. It might be coincidence, but I feel like it is.
Yeah. I'm kind of with you on that. But have you seen anything from it yet?
I haven't looked at it the past couple of days. This came out a few days ago.
Yeah.
And I know that they've patched it into Proton in the latest Steam update, but I don't know if it's currently only working on desktop cards or if that's including the APUs or not.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I need to look into that. I will have a look into it because it would be really interesting to see. But basically, it should just force it on.
Yeah.
So if the game's running like FSR 3, whatever, it should just override it without the need of using something like Optiscaler.
That's the big one, isn't it?
Because that's the thing that puts people off, having to
Yeah.
screw around with software. Like, I just want the game to just automatically override it. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to talk a little bit more about another G3 Extreme device.
Yeah.
Because OneXPlayer
No.
have finally announced their Indiegogo for the OneXPlayer 3, as in they've announced the prices, so you can actually go and early bird pre-order this device now. The really shocking thing with this is we were worried about what's the price point that OneXPlayer are going to hit with the OneXPlayer 3.
I was expecting it to be very high.
Because they are an expensive manufacturer.
They're like a boutique. Yeah.
Niche, enthusiast devices, all the caveats that we gave it before. And we've also seen the price from MSI, haven't we?
Yeah.
If I remember rightly. Was it $1,700?
$1,799.
Well, OneXPlayer went, hold my beer, and they've launched the OneXPlayer 3 starting from, if early bird price, £1,090.
Yeah, which is $1,400.
I'm glad I was just going to do the conversions. I'm glad you've written that down.
It says in the notes. I've written them all down.
Oh, there they are. He's written them all down in notes. I'm there with a calculator going, is he?
We're professionals.
No, we're not. Of course, so there's three models.
Yeah.
We'll get into some interesting parts about why there's three models, actually, or what that actually could mean that we didn't necessarily know before. $1,400 for the 24 gig 512 variant, $1,500 for the 24 gig 1 terabyte, and $1,700 for the 32 gig 1 terabyte with faster RAM as well. So that's up to £1,300. The early bird pricing is really exciting on this. Like I say, just the entry level base spec, £1,090. The one you would really want, the like top end one, £1,300.
Yeah, which is under the MSI pricing at $1,740.
Yeah, it's lower than the Lenovo Legion Go 2. I know different processing setup, but screen is the comparable.
No one should be buying a Legion Go 2, is what I'm saying right now. You should be buying one of these.
As an owner of one as well, you'll say.
Oh, yeah,
that.
I bought one. Yeah. I have one behind me, which I use all the time. Oh, it's behind my chair, but it's on my desk. I bought that, and I would not recommend that you buy that. Buy one of these instead.
Yeah, to the point where you keep texting me saying, I want to find a way to buy one. Do I sell my Legion Go? Do I sell it?
I know. But it's only because, like, for the channel, I think it'd be really good to have, like, a staple G3 Extreme. And personally, I would want that same Legion Go 2 screen.
Yeah.
So it would be really nice to have, like, because we got the Xbox Ally, which is a Z2E.
Yeah.
We got the base Xbox Ally. We've got the older Ally X and all that kind of stuff. So we got a mixture of APUs there. Having the Legion Go 2 and the Xbox Ally X, like, at the same time, they're basically the same performance.
Yeah.
I feel like it would benefit if we had a staple G3 Extreme. I'm trying to justify buying one. So
I love it. Well, they've helped you and everyone else in that justification, because we expected this to be, I'll be honest, I expected this to be double this price.
I was just about to say I was expecting double, yes.
We don't have a great relationship with OneXPlayer. I did email the guy from PR that I do have like a loose connection to, and I just said, the most impressive thing about this isn't the bleeding edge specs and everything you put in, it's the fact that you've managed to hit such an aggressive price point. I honestly don't understand it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I don't.
And do you know what it does do? Just to do a bit of rubber banding back to our foreshadowing earlier. It embarrasses Valve.
Yeah, I'd much
Right
rather
now.
have one of these. Oh my days.
Yes.
This thing plugged into your TV will annihilate that.
And that's the hilarious part of this situation we're in.
Yeah.
We're talking about like a tiny, tiny company that's selling. I mean, it's been Indiegogo's been live for a couple of days. They've sold 500 odd of these so far.
Yeah.
If they hit the thousands, they'll be doing really well because that's the size of their company, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
And well done to them for that. But you like the comparison to this and them and Valve is like night and day, David and Goliath size differences. And they've embarrassed them by showing that like what is possible.
Yeah. And you think of this tiny company like OneXPlayer versus Valve, right?
Yeah.
Valve's going to have way more buying power.
So much more.
And OneXPlayer here have managed to make a seriously high-end, the most high-end until you go into the Strix Halo bracket.
Yep.
This is literally the highest end before that. And they're coming in with this kind of pricing, undercutting people like MSI.
Yeah.
Like, that's nuts. Crazy.
It's absolutely nuts. 8.8-inch OLED. Just to remind you of that.
Yeah.
That they managed to squeeze that in for the price point. It's shocking. I want to talk about the RAM thing because
Yes.
OneXPlayer have basically shone a light on something. I mean, they've not overtly said it, but that we didn't really realise about the G3 Extreme. And that's the RAM configurations, isn't it?
Yeah, there's two different there's three models, but the two cheaper models have 24 gig of RAM, which initially I thought, well, that's all you need, really. If you're using Xbox mode, or eventually if SteamOS fully supports it, which is in like testing at the minute. Once it supports it, well, you stick SteamOS on there or whatever. You don't need more than 24 gig of RAM, really. You know, like Acer has proven that with the Allied lines, right? So I was like, okay, maybe you could get away without 32 gig. 32 gig's a bit excessive. Prices and all that kind of stuff at the minute for memory and RAM. You know, maybe you could save yourself, until I noticed, like, hang on a minute. The 24 gig variants, the two cheaper models, are at 7,400 mega transfers. There's other numbers in there. It's just easier to say 7,400. All right.
Yeah.
And the 32 gig is just over 8,500 mega transfers. So it's quite a bit faster. The bigger size. And I thought, I wonder how much performance that will affect. You know, not necessarily the capacity of the RAM, that shouldn't matter, but the speed certainly would.
Yeah.
And that's when you do a bit of digging and you find out that, oh, there is a difference.
Yeah, it's a significant difference. There's also, is there a minimum speed that the G3E can run at as well?
Yeah, 7,400, basically.
So as we're like finding this out, like literally this morning, like digging into it, I was like, well, I remember Acer were suggesting that like the memory was kind of like where they were potentially going to shave some cost off.
Yes.
Or we were speculating that they would use like slower speed memory.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we
So I went and looked at the Acer Atlas 8, their config for that. And again, they're running that base speed, 7467 mega transfers, 24 gig RAM. MSI, they've removed the spec from their website.
Originally, it was 32 gig at 8,500, because I remember being like, oh, wow, that's quick, you know? But now it seems like they're not saying the spec anymore.
Well, yeah, I guess we'll find out. We'll ask the press guys and stuff,
Yeah.
and try and get some information on that. But yeah, so it's a significant difference in performance as you go up in the speed of the RAM. So it seems like the G3 is really taking advantage of that.
Yeah, so this is based on the actual laptop variants of Panther Lake, you know, which has obviously been tested in laptops and stuff with different configurations. But it seems like at 45 watt load, so like max power, 100% load, to get 100% performance, you would need over 9,000 megatransfer RAM. So like 9,500 megatransfer RAM to hit the most performance the G3 is capable of. So 8500 seems to be somewhere around 96.5%, like full performance.
Yeah.
And then the 7400, the slowest RAM version, is 93% performance at the same load. So you're going to get about a 5%-ish, so like 3 to 5% more performance out of the faster RAM config here.
That's interesting, isn't it? Really interesting. It's odd that they've gone for that they've not given a 24 gig.
Yeah, with the faster RAM, right?
With the faster RAM.
Yeah.
And that may just be the availability of different RAM modules.
Yeah.
Because obviously that's the thing everyone's struggling with. It does mean that higher spec OneXPlayer 3 is incredibly good value.
Mad value, yeah.
Early bird price, 1,300 on it. That's it does actually start to represent very good value. It will be the most performant of the G3s that's out there. And the cheaper.
Yeah, I know, it's mad, isn't it? Yeah, that's the
with an OLED screen.
That's the reason why I want to get it. Imagine it's basically a Legion Go 2, but with the G3 Extreme in it.
Yeah,
and without any of the janky buttons on the side of the freaking controllers and mouse mode and all that crap.
I'm glad that they've made a true high-performing handheld.
Yeah.
And it's not one with external water cooling, external battery.
But you have that choice. If you want to get the Strix Halo, the 388, you've got the X2 Mini Pro, which looks incredible. But again, to me, that is like, you're not handheld anymore. Do you know what I mean? No. Like that's a different thing. This is actually like efficient, high performance, built-in 85 watt-hour battery. This is a like top dog of handhelds right now, in my eyes.
I'm glad they've gone for that.
Yeah, me too.
It's really cool to see.
Yeah.
How this plays out as it starts to hit the market. Does it sell better than some of the other devices? Be a huge coup for OneXPlayer if that was the case.
Well, obviously after the early bird pricing, it will go up in price, won't it?
It does. Yeah, it does go up. In the UK, that's top end model goes up to £1,500.
Yeah.
The entry point goes up to 1,300, so it starts becoming kind of in line with what we would expect.
Yeah.
Pretty much. What's the USD pricing on what it goes up to? Top end goes to $2,050.
Yeah. But
entry level 1,700.
But you need to remember, import taxes in countries will change these prices, and US will pay no import or shipping fee with this.
That was a shock.
So whilst you're looking at an MSI at 1,800, you're paying tax on that. If you're looking at this, you're not. So in the UK, I'd be paying VAT. So I don't know how US gets around not paying import, but basically everywhere else in the world, we will have to import this and pay customs.
I know that they are pretty creative with their shipping.
Well, yeah, maybe. We'll find out if I buy one.
Yeah, they're pretty creative with their shipping. I was watching a video where someone was looking at, I think it was the Apex, maybe.
Yeah.
And they had to RMA it because the water cooling connection wasn't correct. And they were pretty creative with the shipping on returning, so we didn't have to pay for import duty again.
Sent by camel.
Yeah, it took a while, apparently. I think it was 9 weeks turnaround.
Definitely sent by camel, yeah. Or pigeon.
Pigeon.
Yeah.
Sent by pigeon.
Yeah.
The final thing I want to talk about today, before we melt completely in this heat.
Oh, it's Ubisoft's new game.
No. What's Ubisoft's new game?
GTA
Oh, it is
6.
Ubisoft's new game. You're right. Yeah. Rockstar have gone full Ubisoft.
Yeah, they got consultancy.
Okay, so it is, as we're recording this, GTA 6 day. So pre-orders are available on your chosen platform.
Oh, really? What, today?
Yeah, from midnight.
Oh, wow.
Midnight. Yeah, this morning.
I didn't see the UK prices.
I've written it in the notes. There's notes
wow!
there.
Yay! I love it.
Yeah. So we now know the damage that this game will cost, and also some of the more contentious methods they're going to use to sell and upsell this game.
Yeah.
Firstly, the price. Let's just start there because it is a £70 game or $80. And there's two tiers. There's the base tier, which is that one, and then there's the ultimate tier, which is £90 or $100,
Yeah.
which makes me feel really sick. Again, it's what were we saying this about recently? It's not as bad as we thought it would be. I can't remember what it was. There was something that came out and we're like, well, it's bad, but it's not as bad as we thought it was going to be.
I can't remember. Yeah, I know what you're on about.
Anyway,
But I can't remember what it was.
yeah. We thought it was going to be a lot worse. I genuinely thought this would be £100 base game. And so last night I was still on the PlayStation at 2 a.m, like I always am. Can't help it. I was like, oh, actually, I'll have a look so I can write it down for the notes tomorrow's show. Go on the GTA 6 page, and it was showing the ultimate tier, but it was really small writing.
Yeah.
Because I just opened it, I was a bit tired. I was looking at it, it said 90
90
quid. I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
GTA 6 is £90. It's not. That was the ultimate tier. So
Yeah.
it's better than we thought it would be. That's my point.
Kind of, but equally, to me, the base game is the ultimate tier. Because that's the one that actually has content. Like, this is why they're doing an Ubisoft. Like, half of the game is locked behind a paywall. Like, what are they doing? Like,
Yeah.
this is what pisses me off. And this is why I've had so many rants about Rockstar and GTA 6 in the past. Because I knew they'd pull something crap like this. Like I said, they've rung up Ubisoft and said, how can we milk this for everything it's worth? And they've gone, just lock half the game behind a paywall. And they've gone, yeah, let's do that.
It's honestly, it's a bit disgusting. Yeah.
It's
And
outrageous.
the horrible thing is that they know that everyone is going to buy this because it's like a cultural moment now. It's like
Yeah.
where were you when? Do you remember when? Like, everyone is going to buy this game.
Yeah.
And they can do pretty much what they want. The fact that they're the guardians of this IP makes me feel sick, basically.
Yes. Yeah.
To catch you up, the Ultimate Edition, which is $100, includes access to certain tattoo shops, mod shops, custom vehicle options, and businesses. One confirmed example is the Ride Out Customs, which states if you don't buy the Ultimate Edition, only open for business with the Ultimate Edition. And that transforms your vehicles into magnificent works of art.
Yeah, it's
with
like Pimp My
detailed
Ride
interiors.
style.
It's that, yeah.
Yeah, like GTA
So
4.
it'll be certain areas of Vice City will be locked off to you. There'll be certain missions that you can't play.
Buildings you can't enter.
Buildings you can't enter unless you upgrade to the Ultimate Edition. It's unreasonable. It's kind of disgusting. Just make the base game expensive.
Yes.
I think we were all expecting this base game to be like £90, $100.
Yeah, but effectively it is, because if you want the content, that's it. Like,
if you remove that cheaper option and just have one option, this is the price, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. It would be like, well, it is going to be. We always thought this game was going to be really expensive. Let's hope it doesn't affect future games.
Yep.
But now we're going, let's hope this doesn't affect future games, that everyone else doesn't start locking everything away behind Ultimate Tier. We criticise Ubisoft for it all the time.
Yes.
And the market normally responds because Ubisoft games are checkered at best.
Yeah.
Some are great, some are terrible. They're usually bad at launch. The other really nefarious thing with this GTA 6 launch that's I know going to really upset people is the physical edition of it doesn't have a disc.
And now I know I'm going to get major hate for this.
I know what you're going to say.
I'm happy about this.
You're only happy about it because you're a bargain hunter.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
That's all it is. Now, there's a few real big question marks. Collectors are going to absolutely despise this.
Oh, yeah.
Preservation of games? Those people? Like, how do you preserve? You can't. It's done, isn't it?
But the size of the discs
I know.
are not big enough.
This game's going to be 300 gig.
Easy. Absolutely. It's going to be a double Call of Duty jobby. You know?
Yeah, for certain.
It's going to be extortionately
giant.
Big, yeah.
I'm hedging my bets at a 300 gig download through like some magic compression that they'll use.
Yeah.
And maybe like 350 once installed.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be a hard drive hogger. Like it's it's going to be everything on your device. It wouldn't fit on a disc. But those people that are like the preservation of games, they could just switch off the server. I mean, they're going to be really upset with this.
Oh, I'm not I fully align with that, but we're like 10 years past that.
It's gone. Yeah.
Like games haven't been on discs for years, literal years. All you're buying is a PS5 key that it spins up and goes, now you can download it because you have a key. Like the only thing is you can't sell this now because
that was the final part of like the interesting part of this.
Yeah.
You can't sell it now.
Yeah.
And that just guarantees that Rockstar and Take-Two are going to make huge amounts of money on this.
Oh, yeah.
You go into any secondhand retailer, GameStop, CEX, any of them that sell secondhand games, how many copies of GTA 5 do you see?
400 of GTA 5 right on the window on every console version for the past 400 years because it's the only game they've made.
And if you could ask those stores, how many times have you sold this game? It must be thousands and thousands, millions of times.
Yeah.
And of course, the developer and the publisher get no cut of that secondhand retail market.
Good.
So they want to shut it down.
Yeah.
And they're going to shut it down by just not putting a disc in the box.
Yeah, so I hate that. Like, I do hate it. It's disgusting. But selfishly, I'm happy because UK retailers massively undercut store pricing. So we are locked to PS5 storefront.
Yep.
Or Xbox. Well, not really Xbox because you can buy keys. So it's different. But PlayStation in particular, you are locked to their storefront. Yes, there's sales all the time, but not on brand new games. So you have to pay the $90, $100 price, right? But retailer, there'll be loads of retailers going like 70 quid for the Ultimate.
Yep.
You know, like the base price for the Ultimate. And I'll be like, well, I'll buy that. And the fact that it just links to my account and then I don't have to put in a stupid spinning disc all the time, I'm happy about that because I don't sell my games. I got like tons of them, more than I know what to do with.
I just have to wait until there's like triple confirmation that is the case.
Yeah.
Because imagine we do this thing, you hold out and you go, I'm just going to get it, like pre-order it from like a retailer, like a Curry's or a Shop 2 or something, and it's because it's £10 cheaper, and it arrives and the license is on a disc.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but that's all that any game is right now anyway. So if they're sellers...
that'd be fine, but selfishly in your situation with the PS5 Pro, you'd be screwed.
Yeah, I've got no disc drive. Yeah. That's all right. Just play it on the PC. Just slide it in. I don't have a disc drive on my PC. Haven't had a disc drive on a PC in over 10 years.
Yeah, no. What were you doing with it? Burning CDs for a car.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly that. But yeah, so like selfishly, I'm happy that I can buy a key somewhere else. I think every game should be available as a digital key from any retailer. Is there any point doing discs now though, other than secondhand reselling? Because the thing is like you're literally pressing a bit of plastic, like loads of pollution, loads of cost, to just have a key on it. Like there's no data on these discs anymore.
It's only game preservation, collecting.
But there's no preservation there. Like if it's just a key, like, and the world ends and you've got this disc and you find a immaculate PlayStation, you put it in and it goes connect to the internet. What are you going to do? Like the game's not there. Like it's not PS2 anymore where the game's on the disc. Like we're long past that. PCs haven't had discs in 20 years. You know, like I've got them all up there when I used to buy PC games. Like that ended a long time ago. And PlayStation 5, like there's probably 10% of the games that are discs that actually have the game on it. And the rest are just download keys. Same with Xbox. Same with Switch now. You know, like you put the game carts in and it just downloads it.
I'm curious. How big is a Blu-ray?
60 to 80 gig in it?
Yeah, ranging from 25 on a single layer Blu-ray to 128 gig on BDXL. I don't know what BDXL is, to be honest.
No, I don't know. I know it's
quadruple layer Blu-ray.
Yeah, around 100 gig is where my head was going.
Yeah, that's triple layer Blu-ray. Dual layer is 50. I imagine the cost of a quadruple layer Blu-ray disc.
That's what I mean. It's so much easier for them to just go key, download it.
Yeah. And 128 gig maximum capacity. Games like Call of Duty are bigger than that.
Oh yeah.
GTA 6. So what? They're going to put 3 of them in the box?
Yeah, it's going to
like
be
PS1 days
style. Yeah, with Final Fantasy. Where load
Insert
the next
disc 2.
Yeah. Imagine that you're playing GTA 6, just firing off a rocket launcher or something. It goes, Like, and it goes disc 2, and you're like, and then it backtracks, doesn't it? Like you go to a different area, it goes, no, disc 1 now. They're like, and then you lose disc 3, and then you're screwed, and then you're only being able to play the first 2/3 of the game.
I'm with you, but I get why people are upset. I do understand.
I understand it. I get it, and I know people will be angry at me with what I've said because I'm with you. If the games were fully on the disc and it launched with the game on the disc, and there was a 500 gig Blu-ray or something, or it was just a little memory card in there that had the game on it, like I'm all for that. DRM free, bring it on. Get GOG to make it, like whatever. Like I'm for that, but that's just not the world we live in now.
Yeah.
So like, we need to like look at where it's going, and it is digital. As bad as that is, it is what it is.
The energy spent arguing it should be spent on making pressure that there be more game stores than just the official PlayStation one.
Yes, there's the issue there.
That you need more energy spent there, so you have options. The reason why Valve and Steam is successful is they have to be competitive.
Yeah.
Because there's other options.
Yeah.
So you need that on the consoles as well, particularly PlayStation are bad for it.
But that's the thing is, if we are going all digital, which eventually it will,
just let retailers have keys.
Exactly, bricks and mortar stores. Yes. Give them a box with no disc in it, with a key, and then they can dictate what they price it at.
Those gift cards. I was going to pick one up, but it's in the lounge. Those gift cards.
Yes.
That you get like Xbox credit or Game Pass. Or whatever.
Buy £50 of PlayStation Network.
Just like a code of like a GTA 6 code.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then sell collector's editions. If people want to collect stuff, there's the collector's edition.
Yeah.
It's got the case. The code's still in it because that's just where we're at. But yeah, I know that there's going to be a lot of people that don't like that.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
My question for you, Andy, and for you at home is, which version of GTA 6 are you going to buy?
The base model at $100.
I see. Yes.
Because that is the game. Like the other one doesn't exist. But I'm going to buy it, a code in a box from some small UK bricks and mortar store that's going to undercut it probably to the price or less of the base edition.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to be pissed off whilst I do it because Rockstar are slimy bastards.
And they've still not moved their needle on releasing on PC.
Oh no, because this is all a power play for greed. Like stopping discs to stop secondhand. They're not thinking, oh well, everything's going digital. They're seeing that as cha-ching. That is all they are seeing, and it's just annoying. So PC version, everyone's now going to be buying PS5 Pros to buy GTA 6 at $100. That has PCs that are probably way more performant or whatever potentially. And then 2 years' time, they'll go, here it is on PC, $100 again. Even though you could buy it on PlayStation now at $50 because it's 2 years old and it's on sale.
Oh, you forget what happens in the 2 year mark as well.
Online.
It's the PS6 version.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course. Well, we're not going to get GTA 7 until 2040 now.
I don't think
maybe
we will.
2045.
I honestly believe I've had this kind of stirring that this is the last GTA.
Yeah.
Because they'll release a GTA 6 online, which will be the same map, just online. You have to buy that separately. That's not... GTA 6 is just a single-player game. There's no online element.
Yeah.
But they'll release the online, and that'll be it. That'll just be ever-evolving.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, fine. I won't ever play it again then. I don't do that. I'll play the single-player games, and that's it.
But, also, I'm excited for it, but also I'm kind of a bit tired of it as well.
Yeah, I'm pissed off of waiting. You know, and I hate their dodgy, greedy practices.
Would you wait another 10 years for GTA 7?
No, I
don't think I could be bothered.
No, I don't. I'm at the point where I don't even want to play this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's been too long and they've pissed me off. Because they're just so greedy. What they've done, they've launched GTA 5 online and just gone, screw it. And then just ripped everyone off of releasing the same game 4,000 times.
And then now I've just killed the second-hand market
Killed the second-hand market, put the price up so high for the base edition that £70, $80 edition ain't the base game. That's a rip-off. Like, it's absolutely disgusting. And then for them to then release the PC edition at the same price or higher and get everyone to double dip again, like, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. It really pisses me off. So yeah, I'm going to buy it, and I will buy the Ultimate Edition. Like, but I'm going to be pissed off about it.
I love it. Going to buy it begrudgingly.
Yeah.
Take my money.
I'm going to send them an email. Just middle
I'll
finger.
just send him this clip.
Yeah.
His middle finger.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Are you buying the Ultimate Edition too, or are you going to buy the half game version? Let us know in the comments.
5.5. Yeah.
5.5.
Yeah.
That's good. And let us know down in the comments. Whilst you're down there, please do like this video. Subscribe for more handheld gaming content.
Yes.
Don't melt if you're in the UK.
I am melting. Like, I'm literally sweating.
It's
for those
horrible.
listening and watching, I'm not wearing anything on my lower half. So just you get that nice image
And
in
as
your
his,
head.
as his husband, I can confirm.
Oh, I love it.
What else did they do, Andy? If they want to see what's from the waist down.
Oh yeah, they'll be seeing all those kind of tasty videos with the MSI Claw 8 EX AI Plus. And we really need to convince MSI to rename that thing because
I know.
That's bad. The MSI Claw EX X. I don't know. Yeah, stick around for that because that will be very, very soon. Hopefully, next week. Fingers crossed. And yeah, become a member. You get to chat to us on our private Discord as well.
Yeah, love it. Right, so until the next time.
Have a good day.
Oh, good day. You
It's
changed
different. It was meant to be nice, wasn't it?
The heat's got to you.
Yeah, I'm so sweaty right now.
You've changed since we divorced.